You mentioned that you used to play music, and Kanye West is his favorite album. I don't know if you heard the song "I Love Kanye Like I Love Kanye." He actually made a remix. He made a remix version of it
with Dex.
Dex. Yeah. Do you listen to that when you're working out, just like on repeat?
It's not that I listen to it, but it's definitely one of my mantras.
Okay.
So I'm running and I'm like, love yourself like Kanye loves himself. Okay. Dex loves himself like Dex loves himself.
Right.
And I time it with my steps.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of Nothing's Ever That.
One second. I'm sorry, sir. Continue.
Okay. Thank y'all for coming back. Jay's got a medal. We got a sign. We have a
hoop. And
we added a little light.
We got an extra candle.
Ladies
and gentlemen.
They can be lit on their side. But we have another special episode.
Yes.
We have another guest today. We'll get to that in a second. They might notice all this extra spoils that we have in the room. If you remember from last episode, we had a little bit of a wager, and we posted the results on YouTube. So if you hadn't had a chance to look at the race and the bet, that's what this is about.
Yes.
Because you got last place. That's the third place trophy, right?
We all know what gold is, ladies and gentlemen.
So, like I said, we have a special guest today. Let's go ahead and bring him in, and then we can kind of explain to him kind of what went down, and we're going to get his feedback today. So, today's guest is a good friend of mine. He's a coach.
Wait.
Did you do some research?
I did my own research,
okay.
so I'll
tell us a little bit about today's guest.
All right. We're going to start with some accolades.
Okay, yeah, give us some accolades.
Finished first in a barefoot marathon. Where the entire circuit was littered with rusty nails and hot coals.
Okay.
Impressive.
Won a gold medal in the Texas Junior Bull Riding Competition as a kid. Currently holds the fastest running time on the third treadmill from the door at Planet Fitness on 23rd Street. 23rd Street.
Mm-hmm.
All right, stop me when I tell a lie. Owns a hand modeling agency.
Yep.
So every Kids Begins with K, Jared, all of you seen those commercials and they show the they're represented by this guy.
Got an eye for a good hand.
See? This one isn't you directly, but you're tied directly to it. Your uncle invented the French toast stick, right? So
let's
bring him in.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Let's go ahead and give a round of applause to Dex Moore.
Dex Moore.
Thank you so much for being
amazing
with
guest.
us.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. Talk about what went down out there on the track.
Okay, yeah, I think I told you a little bit about it beforehand. But basically, we had a wager. And, because we work out a lot, I kind of revived my athletics just as a result of, being friends with you. You're a coach. And so I got into...
He revived you.
So he's a miracle worker.
This dude works miracles.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Because my fitness was kind of in the slumps. But, knowing him, we've biked 50, 60-mile bike rides. I've done some races where I put
Was that like tandem? Like you were pulling them behind you? Or how did that work?
Because he was pedaling the whole time.
I was just cruising in the back, but still, I was the side cart.
Yeah,
yeah, that makes sense.
Now we had separate bikes, y'all.
Yeah. So, just knowing him, I've kind of gotten back into fitness. But I hurt my back. So I was off for a week. And Jay, I don't know, how did we get on the subject?
We had a conversation. I guess most of it took place beforehand. Mm-hmm. And I just casually mentioned that I run.
Right.
And for some reason, you took the position that I can't possibly run because I'm a funny guy.
Yeah. Like, okay, so you've seen a lot of different athletes in your day, a lot of different people you train.
Definitely.
Looking at this guy, would he strike you as someone who could run?
I mean, I wouldn't think that he would be an avid long-distance runner, but the man looks like an athlete.
Watch. Will this help?
What are you demonstrating there?
No idea.
So, and he was saying that I couldn't run it. You said 9 minutes. You said that was generous. You said that
very generous. My
mile would be closer to a 10-minute pace. Yeah. And I said, that's ridiculous. Even with a hurt back, I could put down a 7-minute and 30-second mile. So none of y'all believed in me. So I was like, we need to get to the track and we need to prove this. Right. And so we made a little wager. That's what you're seeing on the table. Basically, whoever didn't accomplish the goals had to provide Dr. Pepper, waffle fries, and champagne. So, like I said, the results, the video is on YouTube. Right. So they can go see the results, but we're also going to pull it up for you to evaluate us. That's right. Tell us how our running forms are. Tell us how our performances were, things of that nature. But should I get his real accolades?
Let's please run. Wait. That wasn't. None of that was it?
Well, it was Arizona for the bull riding.
Oh, okay.
You said Texas.
So I was only one off. I'm sorry. In Arizona.
Yeah.
Got my
okay, but yeah, tell us briefly before we go into the video, tell us a little bit about, just introduce yourself.
Yep. ACE certified personal trainer. I've got a bunch of specialties within there as well. But for today's purpose, I am a pose method technique running specialist, as well as a Uyanga endurance running coach.
That makes sense because when you were running, you stopped and you were just posing. And we were like, keep going, you got it. And you were just stuck there. So his certifications are going to come in handy for
I can't wait.
Your running style. And you haven't seen this.
I haven't seen it.
But you were there, so you know the results. So we're going to go ahead and pull it up and just take a look at how what went down.
There's still time to drop out. It might be sunset by the time he gets done with his mile.
Jay was about to leave.
You said we got to go around 3 times?
4 times.
4 times?
4.
Are you sure? He said
I'm not gonna lie, that's more warming up than I expected y'all to do.
They swore it was 2.
We're old. Yeah, we thought it was 2 times around the lap.
It's actually a little more if you want to get technical.
Really?
He's out of place. You can be serious if you want, but deep down, he want to laugh.
So judging off warm-up techniques so far, you said you saw some warming up. How do you feel about their warm-up techniques?
Yeah, that was poor warm-up technique.
Oh my God.
So let me tell you right now that the shorter the race, the longer the warm-up. Y'all should have ran at least a whole mile before you did your mile.
Oh, we did.
We did 1 lap.
Yeah, we did 1 lap.
1 lap.
So
we walked 1 lap.
So you saying, okay, if we did a mile first, what speed? So like jog it?
Yeah, so if I was warming y'all up for your mile, I would have had you jog like 2 laps, and then on the second 2 laps, I would have had you go like a sprint on the straightaway and then jog the curves.
Okay.
Something like that. Also mix in with like some of the stuff y'all were doing.
You were doing ninja kicks.
You know, getting loose. Loosening up.
All right, let's go ahead and.
Cool.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right, y'all ready to see me smash this?
Wait, hold on.
Ain't no wait. And I gave you like an extra 3-4 seconds.
How do you feel about his pace?
Yeah, he ain't got it. We already at 20 seconds. He ain't even halfway. Did you put this in slow motion?
A little bit too hot. Because if that's about 40 seconds.
Man, this works too hard when he runs. It's easier than this, I promise.
I said I started off way too high. I was 30 seconds ahead of my pace.
Yeah, you should be chilling your first lap. It should be smooth.
I'm slowing
It's a
down.
slow jog.
What am I at?
Oh man, you basically walking now.
20. I told you took off fast.
I did. This is really gonna require me to dig deep because I'm hurting.
That third lap is the hardest lap.
Whoa, man.
That's what you heard me. I was like, this is going to require me to dig deep because I almost quit.
I mean, once you hit the last lap, at least you know it's the last lap.
Right.
Yeah, you just have to survive.
Early.
You really go hard on this last one, you're gonna make it. I'm not gonna let up. 6:20. I'm almost there.
He still has 1 whole minute he can do.
You didn't want me to make it?
60 seconds. You know, as the competition went on, I was like, I'm actually happy
Rooting
for
for
you.
me. Okay.
Yeah. Sprint, bro, sprint. See, I'm helping you, right?
Yeah. He started to believe. He's finally started to believe.
All the way through. Come.
And man, a lot of pain right there.
I was hurting.
Drusive.
He was rooting for me.
He actually made it.
It's respectable.
7-7.
I'm dead.
All right. Yeah, we can pause it right there. So, you want to congratulate me?
Live
on air.
Congrats.
Thank you. We brought some. I'll start with the Dr. Pepper.
Start with the Dr. Pepper because it's 23 flavors and it's the greatest soda ever crafted.
And I'll have a fry. So anything initially, what are your first thoughts after seeing me basically crush that mile?
Yeah, you did crush it. Like I said, I gave you 8:30. That was over a minute faster. And 7:17, I mean, that's tough.
It was tough. And I would say the first thing, because like I have trained with you before and we've done races. And that's the mistake that a lot of people make is they come out like
too hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way too hot.
Yeah.
And I think it was because I went first, just the excitement of trying to prove you guys wrong. I did that first lap, and by lap 2, I was gassed.
For sure.
But then I still got it. So let's talk about like just different strategies or different paces that people take, because I started off hot. I still made my goal, but you saw how my performance just decreased.
Yeah, that's the worst way to do it.
Okay.
Like, literally the worst way.
I was just about to say, is it natural for somebody to literally get worse every time around?
Yeah. Okay. So it comes down to energy systems. The harder you're working, the more metabolic waste product you're making, and you don't have time to clear it out if you can't slow down, because you can't slow down because it's a maximum effort.
Okay.
So you end up carrying all that junk with you. That's why your legs feel so heavy. That's why they're burning. That's why you can't catch your breath. It's because you started too fast.
Okay.
Whereas you would have done better if you would have started at your goal pace. You probably would have even beat what your goal pace was, because you would have stayed strong and still been able to push harder on that last lap.
Right. Yeah. But we'll talk about, right? I guess we can keep going, and then we can kind of did you take note of like my running form and things like that? Okay, so let's see how Jay did while I enjoy my Dr. Pepper for crushing that mile.
For your victory.
Yeah.
Bro, Now I just want to say, I'm injured already out the gate.
Those ninja kicks.
It hurt. Hey, here, keep the timer, bro.
Ready?
I pushed through it.
You were feeling very confident.
Set. Go.
Yeah. Well, I'm out of here. Why would you?
Looks like he's about to make the same mistake I made.
Look, and I'm running on the outside.
Already the comedy has started. This is exactly what we were talking about. His shot is making me a little nervous because
winded.
10 times the pace that you was at.
And right now it just seems like he's cruising.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
See, you're wasting energy
now,
there.
What are you thinking at this time? Like, are you saying this is amazing, hot. This is incredible?
See if he's breathing hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping a good attitude is a part of it.
Really?
And I knew that.
I will say,
that was a
right
part
now
of
we're
it.
at 1:30. He's cruising.
6 minute pace.
It looks like he's just warming up. That makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah, it should.
I was hurting after lap 1.
You had no wings that time.
Slowing down a little bit.
I noticed that also.
That first lap was a bit.
My wings were down?
Your wings.
Okay.
You made it look easy, but
A little harder than I thought.
a little hard, right?
Yeah.
You're at 3 minutes.
I'm here, baby.
3 minutes. Wow, you're on
Still holding that 6 minute pace.
But even you look like you
Wings are back.
I
Yeah.
will say, it's looking pretty good.
Just put a thunderbolt.
He's slowing
by
a
my name.
little bit. His form's getting a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, me and Kemp both noticed you started doing like the cafeteria lady when you got tired.
About 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
No airplane
That's a
noise.
cafeteria lady going to the back.
He's hurt.
Yeah, it's getting to me
He's
now.
hurt.
That third lap, I was
He's
like,
hurt.
woo.
You lost 15 seconds on that one. That went down to a 7 minute pace.
All the way through. Nice job, man. 7:25 exact. We got to give it up to that man.
So, nice
Lightning
job, man.
combo. Thank you.
You did it, 6:36. That's a minute faster. But what are some of your initial takeaways from what you saw Jay's lucky?
Groundbreaking.
It was a solid attempt. Again, started a little too hot.
Okay.
Although you did hold it for the first 2 laps, like super even.
Right.
And that's kind of what you want to do. But then you fell off harder and harder the last 2 laps. And also you saw your energy, the joy that you were feeling from those first 2 laps was also fading. Those things are related. You lose your mind, control of your mind anyway. You start letting those darker thoughts slip in.
Yep.
And, you start slowing down. And Drew was feeling that from the first lap. 200 meters in, he was hurt. So he was carrying that the whole time.
Do you still get those thoughts, or is that something that you learn to kind of like ignore? Or
you get better control, so you definitely get the thoughts, but you're better practice with them.
Okay.
You learn mental toughness, basically, resiliency.
If you notice, when I finished, I could have ran like 6 more laps. And I'm just being honest. Like I wasn't even like, you had to sit down for like 45 minutes. You edited it out. But that's another thing. When you finish, should you like be collapsing when you're done?
If you put down a maximum effort, yes, you may be collapsing. But eventually you want to get up and get a cool down in.
It just means you gave everything you had.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
and
so
you see
you
that
okay
all the time with elite athletes.
Okay.
I ran believe it or not, I ran a half marathon. This was many years ago. And there were people who were like, they ran it like as a partners, like I guess they trained together, so they run together. And somebody was like, you go on. And she was like, no, we're going to finish together. Come on, keep pushing. And she was like, you can stop if you want. She's like, no, I'm not going to stop. We're a team. And this girl literally...
she flatlined.
Wow. She was running, and I saw her like fall like this straight to the ground, hit her head, and they like the paramedics like rushed, and so she should have listened. Like but how do you know your body? Like I admire her for pushing to that, giving her maximum effort.
Yeah,
but
and I would also say that, say it was me and you, and we were running, and you was like, I can't go any further. I said, okay, I'll get you when I finish, or I'll see if somebody can come back and get you. I wouldn't stay there with you, but
I'm also out. I'm out.
That's why we train.
Right.
We didn't train for you to break down. If you,
You paid $150 for this race.
Yeah, that race was
You don't want to put down your best effort.
Right.
However, if I was to tap out, you got to stay. That's just the right thing to do.
Do you do partner thing? Have you done any like partner things versus like individual races?
So occasionally I'll do a race, like an obstacle course race with people that I train, and I have a lot of fun with that. But for the most part, I'm out there to see what I'm made of. So I'm going out to the throwdown.
Okay.
Because one of our friends, Brian, that was a partner thing where we did that at the was it at the Rock, the 757 Rock Gym?
Okay.
They have Friday Night Lights. Where is it always partner, or was that one just a partner?
That was the first partner one.
Okay, so it was kind of like, what would you call that? Like an obstacle course, or how would you explain that?
I would say it's more like just like a functional fitness competition. So there wasn't really any obstacles in it, but it was like things like burpees and the ski machine and running and farmer carries and sled pushes. It was a beast.
But you do it with your partner, so it's like your partner does some while you're resting, and then you up. And it's hard stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you were partnered with someone, and me and Brian beat you guys.
I don't believe that for a second.
It was actually you.
I don't think they beat anybody, to be honest.
Wasn't they were starting to like take?
But we had
take the equipment away while y'all was still doing it.
They were wrapping it up.
It was like, yo,
it's over, man.
You need this, sir.
It was like, yeah.
You was on a pull-up bar, and they literally taking the bar back to the truck, and you still on it.
But we'll come back and we'll discuss kind of some of the things that you've noticed in Jay's run, and that was in full speed. It wasn't slow motion. So, time for Kemp.
Wow.
He's already stretching. So,
how's his stretch look?
Well, that is some impressive quadricep flexibility. I'm not gonna lie.
We have a lot of video editing techniques, so I put a little bit of After Effects.
That's Photoshop.
He really
CGI his leg back
because it was only 90 degrees. So I just
because he didn't even do that stretch while we was there.
I put his head on a stunt double. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your results, sir. AKA former track star.
All right, man. We're about to see if this guy's a real track star.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
A little dynamic warm-up.
That was over your
He's
head,
not playing
man.
any games.
Whoa. You look like you were in gymnastics and not track.
Okay. Some skip drills.
Okay. He's looking serious.
Whoa.
Wow.
Was that editing or he was that fast?
Ooh, he's looking pretty good.
Wow. He was moving so fast I couldn't even keep the camera.
Wow.
All right, Kemp.
He's smiling. Let's see if he's able to maintain that positivity that you talked about.
Let's see.
Yeah.
118.
He's kind of
What's that?
behind where we were.
About a 4 minute?
126.
Yeah, that's like a 5:10.
Okay.
He's kind of hurting.
I'm tired. Oh, you tired already? Hey, we don't want to hear that, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Kemp said he tired, man.
I like the encouragement.
Oh, he ain't got no words this time. Let's go, Kemp.
Yeah, I was hurt.
Let's go, Kemp. Skill.
3.5 laps in.
Let's go, Kemp.
Come on, you have a chance to beat Jay if you pick it up.
This is Kemp's last lap. Last lap, baby. We're going to travel over here with it.
Here he comes.
Kemp Bayless. Oh, he taking off.
He's striding.
He
might have got it in
He's
5.
striding.
World
all the way
champion,
through.
everybody.
He's pushing.
There you go,
He's
Kemp.
pushing. He's coming through all the way through the finish line. He's striding. He's striding. He's hurting.
Yeah.
6:08.
Woo. Good job, Kemp.
Woo!
That's pretty impressive.
How you feeling,
That's
sir?
fast, but
When was the last time
that took
did
you
that?
over 2 minutes to do that
It
last
did.
lap.
It
That's the
did.
problem.
I beat myself mentally before this even started because I hadn't ran in so long. I already knew it was going to hurt and I was scared to run, but I had already lost before I even started.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to know that it's gonna hurt, but you brace
I was
yourself
scared of
mentally
it.
for it versus
Yeah, I was
being
scared
scared
of
of
it.
it. Yeah.
Here's a good
I mean,
message
life gets hard.
Kemp had for
When you come down the final stretch, though, if you just stop running and walk, you're still gonna get to the finish line. You're still gonna get to the destination.
You still gonna
So
get it,
sometimes
man.
just take your time. So enjoy your journey.
Good job. Good job, everybody.
I was sure
Join
we were
us
going under 6.
next week. We're going
I should have.
take a look at the results. We're going to have a running coach talk us through. And then we're going to run again. And then we're going to do it again. So we're going to do better.
Cool.
Cool. Nice job, everybody.
We all won.
I will say. Yeah, let's pour a little bit of champagne because that was part
Victory,
of
man.
that was part of the spoils. Y'all have some champagne
Yeah,
over
I'll
there.
definitely have some champagne.
If y'all want to crack open the champagne
Here,
for
you first,
for our spoils, thank you, sir. Nice job. You really impressed me out there. Even though you asked us to edit the footage to make it look like you made your goal, they don't know that. So if I take that, if I edit this out too, then
I literally said add 2 minutes to my time to make it look
that you
like
did
we were
equal.
closer. Right.
Okay. So let's go ahead and cheers to fitness and you're getting better
Getting better.
and pushing yourselves. Oh, woo! That was harder than the mile.
God, boy.
What kind of grapes are those? That's strong. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and get since we have a performance coach and a pose method coach, let's go ahead and get his initial reactions. What about overall like techniques? What are some of the things you noticed in our styles, in our running forms?
All three of y'all run pretty similarly, and it's actually not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad. You know, you're not overstriding, you're not overreaching, which, you know, is a thing that leads to the injury and, you know, just not very fast running.
Okay. What can you explain? What do you mean by like overstriding?
Yeah, you'll see it. You see it often where people are running and they're really pushing off their back leg and reaching out with their front foot, trying to take the longest steps possible. And the thing is, that just takes a lot of work to move your body forward that way.
Okay.
What we talk about in pose method is that you kind of lean forward and gravity pulls you forward, and all you're thinking about is pulling your feet off of the ground so that your feet kind of catch up with you. So you probably, you know, stumbled before, and you know, you try to move your feet really quick to catch back up with your body so you don't fall down. And that's what you're doing the whole time you're running.
Okay.
Is you're stumbling forward, moving your feet to keep up with your body so you don't fall down.
How would I improve? Because even though I put down the 7:17, like I said, I'm still recovering from my back injury. What are some ways that you can improve those times?
Yeah, so what y'all are doing is you're still working too hard. You're not necessarily overstriding, but you are pushing off of your back leg, and it's really slowing down your cadence.
Okay.
So all of y'all are running like when I look at it, it looks like you're literally running in slow motion to me because of how slowly you're moving your legs. And, you know, as a tall person, that kind of makes sense to you. You know, you feel like you've got the reach and you can kind of take these long strides.
Right.
But that's too much work.
Okay.
It's too much work.
We've had these discussions before because I do feel like I'm taller. So that gives me an advantage as a runner. Like, to me, that makes sense.
If you cover more ground.
If I cover more ground, I'm going to take less steps. So you're saying that I should be doing the opposite. I should be taking more steps.
Right. Because each one of those steps is going to take less energy, and you also utilize more muscle elasticity. So you're kind of like bouncing along rather than driving and pushing yourself along. And that means you're going to be able to hold that speed for longer as well. So you're using less energy when you're running with a higher cadence.
Okay.
You're also putting less impact forces on your body. You know, with a slower cadence, you're spending more time on each single leg. Because running is a single leg exercise, you're never on both legs at the same time. And then all your weight, especially as, you know, a bigger person is...
Who are you talking to?
Talking about all of us. I mean, look at us compared to, you know, your average, you know, elite runner.
Right.
You know, they're normally, first of all, they're not normally, you know, super tall. So again, you know, the taller people don't necessarily have an advantage in running.
Okay.
Wow.
So another thing that all of y'all are doing is you're heel striking pretty aggressively, even though you don't have to. You know, you're landing in a pretty close to your center of gravity like you want to, but you're actively pulling your toe up. So every time you take a step, you're pulling your toe up towards your body and like landing on your heel because you probably think that you want to land on your heel and roll through.
Okay.
Right. And a lot of people think that you have to do that. And a lot of shoes are designed to help you do that. But that's, again, not taking advantage of that muscle elasticity if you were landing on the ball of your foot and using your whole leg system as a spring.
Right.
So you're springing along or you're like pushing and grinding yourself along.
Right.
And one of them takes way less energy.
One of the accolades you ran off is that he was in the barefoot nail challenge.
Rusty nails.
Rusty nail race. And so we've had discussion because I do want to improve on my performance and things like that. So I've asked him for advice. But he was also, I was like, check out these sweet new boosts that I got. You know, it was the extra foam runners. So I was like springy.
That's the wrong kind of springy.
After he spent $250.
Yeah, I spent $250 on the latest technology that was gonna give me that cushion and that spring that I needed to meet my goals. And he was like, "That's not it."
Dang.
Yeah, all that technology is the science of making these companies rich.
So he believes. What do you call those shoes? Like. Zero drop.
So zero drop is one of the most important qualities. And that just means that there's no elevated heel.
Okay.
So, you know, most of those shoes, you know, your Adidas Boost, all those shoes that have a big old elevated heel, you're basically running in platform wedges. Like your shoe is specifically the shape of a platform wedge. And that just throws off your body's natural alignment. Again, it takes away from your ability to use your body as a spring. You know, that like stretch through your Achilles tendon in your calf that you take on every step. But that's just one aspect of it. You know, I also believe that your shoe should be shaped like a foot.
Okay.
You know, otherwise you're jamming your toes in there. And again, that's taken away from the natural function of your foot. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have any cushion at all because, you know, when you're out there for a race or a maximum effort, you're out there, you know, to do some pounding. You know, you're going to be hitting the ground harder because you're working harder. But wearing shoes like that all the time just take away your ability to move good because you don't realize that you're moving poorly.
Right.
So is there any scenario where it's like okay to wear those? Like if you just walking in the neighborhood or something like that, those okay? Or you should still use...
If you're working out in the gym, you want shoes that are flat. If you're running, you want shoes that are flat. But if you're, you know, not willing to give that up, that's fine. You can live your life however you want to. But what's more important is what you're doing with your feet throughout the rest of the day.
Because you said you still own a pair of Converses.
Nah. Nope.
Anything else you want to say just in regards to like that run?
Yeah. If y'all want to run faster, literally what you need to do is get that pacing down. Okay. You know, you kind of seen what you're capable of. You know, rethink about whether or not you think you can go faster than that. If you pace yourself appropriately, divide whatever that goal time is by 4, and that's what your first lap is.
Okay.
Boom. If you don't hit it on your first lap perfectly, that's fine. That's what your second lap is. If it's too slow, don't try to make up time. If it's too fast, don't slow down a little bit. Your goal, again, is just to hit that same number.
Okay.
Third lap is going to be the hardest lap. This is where things are going to get real. You're going to have to dig deep to hit that same number.
That don't hurt.
Do it again. Yeah.
That
third
don't
lap
hurt.
is a beast. Because it's, I mean, you're 2 laps in, and it's not even almost over yet.
Right. What I want to do is kind of like back up and get to know you a little bit. We kind of know some of your accolades and kind of what you do. But what kind of got you on this fitness journey? Were you like a chubby kid? And
No, I mean, I was.
Or you always been this? You've always been this strong.
You know, I've always I played sports growing up. You know, I didn't get onto this to the level as y'all, unfortunately.
Okay.
I never really mastered anything, but I played basketball. I played baseball. I was probably best at baseball, but baseball was boring. Soccer was my number one sport.
Okay.
After, you know, graduating high school, for the most part, sports was over for me. And that's when I found fitness.
And then, but what got you into like wanting to get certified? When did you decide to start doing this as a career?
So I went to ODU for exercise science. I had, you know, big, you know, ideas of, you know, working with athletes and doing fitness stuff, and just straight up never went to class. Like never went to class, for real, never went to class. Went to the beach all the time, played lots of soccer, played some tennis, just straight up never went to class. Played lots of guitar, but never went to class.
Wow.
So that didn't work out for me exactly.
All right.
And I still knew I wanted to, you know, get into fitness. I was working out a lot after that point. I went to the gym a lot. Never went to class.
I'm starting to notice a theme here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like working at restaurants and things. And then I got a job at Planet Fitness.
Okay.
And that was like way back in 2009. And that's when I got my first certification.
Okay. I like Planet Fitness because you get a slice of pizza while you work out. Like
First Monday of every month.
I used to go to Planet Fitness, but I just used to get on the treadmill and then leave.
Yeah, that's what most people do.
I used to just go for the Tootsie Rolls.
Yo, there'd be Tootsie Rolls wrappers in the treadmills. Tootsie Roll wrappers in the showers.
Because it's a no judge zone.
Yeah, so that's what you liked it, right? Because they had to take it light in there. The last time I worked out with Drew, we was doing. I'm not even a fan of the bench, but still, we were bench pressing. And you tried to do your max.
Right.
And you did 5, but when we was done, I just basically did 5 curls because I was spotting him. He didn't put any effort whatsoever. So it's like, you know, when you there, you got to give it everything you got. Don't just put stuff up there just because you want to look like you really, you know. But we getting better, man.
Yeah. So so you're at Planet Fitness. You're like, got your first certification. You're like, there's got to be more.
Yeah, actually, that's when I started my first boot camp.
Okay.
We were called Team LGN. Team Look Good Naked.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Wow. And it was straight just like a boot camp that I did at the beach. I did it for free. You know, a bunch of people
You just did it
on the beach naked, or
yeah, I was gonna say you just did it for the naked.
There was no actual nudity.
Okay.
It was just the idea.
Okay.
Of looking good naked and the work you put in for it. But that was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, like I said, I was doing it for free, so I wasn't making any money off of it or anything. So that kind of went by the wayside. And like, you know, in the winter time, we would stop doing it. So one summer, I just didn't end up bringing it back. Actually, what really happened was my pickup truck died on me. So I couldn't like carry my junk anymore.
Dang.
Right. No, what really happened is you did do the boot camp in the wintertime naked and lost all his clients.
It's cold at the beach.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. But a little bit after that, you know, I started working at Orange Theory.
Okay.
And it's actually where I met our friend Drew here.
Oh, okay.
He was up in there getting some work done. And y'all, don't let the Desperate Housewives fool you. That workout is hard.
Yeah.
Drew always comes back in here, and every other week he's bragging because he
Acting
got
like
on the leaderboard.
Right.
So I'm just curious, like.
Yeah, like I said, the workout's hard, and there's lots of fit people in there who are throwing down. So these benchmarks, you know, people take them pretty seriously. There's a lot of competitive people in there.
So he be lying.
No,
he at the bottom of the pack, and he come in here and like
that. Drew's one of the best rowers in the building.
I was gonna say that's actually how it hurt my back because we had a little bit of wager of our own.
Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Because he actually would help me out on the rower, and I was like, I used to hate the row machine, but I was like, you know, I'm getting stronger. Can you give me some pointers? And so he started giving me pointers, and then I noticed our score times were getting closer and closer together. So I was like, I can probably beat you now on the rower. So then we actually were next to each other on the row and I saw him. He started to speed up. I started to speed up. And I think I got too excited. And
then you heard a crack?
I heard a crack in my back and he's still going. And I'm like, he's like, Drew, why you quit? I'm like
yo.
And remember they had to carry me out.
They had to take the whole row machine while Drew was still on it. He couldn't move.
Yeah, so. And then from there, now you have your own classes that you do.
Boom, COVID happens, Orange City shuts down, all the gyms shut down, and eventually during quarantine they let people start working out outside in small groups. So I've got a bunch of weights and stuff that I've just collected over the years from being a fitness person, like hundreds of pounds of weights and like kettlebells, and I was like, all right, I'm starting a boot camp. Started, 10-person boot camp. That was the limit on the numbers, and it was dope.
Was this a naked boot camp too, or this?
No, this one wasn't naked. This was this was the birth of Coach Dex fitness, performance, and endurance. Is very classy.
Okay.
Because I've been to some of them, and I used to get criticized for wearing long sleeve shirts. Yeah. So I was like, "What do you
can't do that?"
Yeah, he don't like long sleeve shirts.
Oh dang, y'all would hate me there.
That's not real. Man does wear long sleeve shirts at inappropriate times for sure.
I do,
but I'm not.
I've showed up to like 100-degree workouts, and I'm the only one wearing like a long. I'm like, this was a bad workout attire choice.
Yeah, we were getting it outside all summer, and like you said, it was hot. We were in parking lots. It was hot. I used to. So I drive a Dodge Caliber, and you guys may know it's like a small Dodge hatchback, and I would take these hundreds of pounds of weights. I would load them in the back of my car. I'm like, dragging. You guys know the image of the back of the car dragging.
We would get there before he would, and we were like, "What time is this class starting?" We hear him rolling up like
pyro shooting out the back wheel.
Yeah.
I had a wagon strapped to the top on top of some pool noodles, just so I could like move the weights. And I would unload it, set up. Do the workouts, load it back up, drive it back home, unload it, and that was twice, 3 times a week.
Yeah, but those were great classes, and like I said, I've taken some, and it just like the camaraderie there. It was like something about your classes, just the way you were writing the programs. It encouraged people to like keep coming. Yeah, and so from outside, kind of where did you take it from there?
Yeah, wintertime was approaching. And, gyms were opening back up. And I was able to partner with some friends who ran a gym that I used to work with. And boom, had an indoor space, dope location, lots of cool equipment. And it's really opened up what I was able to offer these people. And that was the birth of all that. Along the way, I'm learning about running technique. I'm doing online training during COVID also, because that's booming at the time. Just stacking up my certifications, learning, bettering myself as a trainer, and here we are. I mean, things are rolling pretty good.
I'll pull up some of the pictures of the gym, some of the photos and stuff. It's a pretty neat facility. But yeah, so you were saying you had mentioned online.
Yeah, the online fitness community is awesome. There's so many people out there who need guidance, because I mean you go on the internet and you look up something for fitness and you've got answers that point in every single direction for every single topic. Yeah. So, once you're able to find someone you trust, and I've built a pretty loyal following on my Instagram, so I'm a trusted source for fitness for a lot of people. I was able to, leverage that to help these people perform better. The number one thing that I do is running. I'm a 5K specialist when it comes to my training. And that's a booming industry. People, that finish line feeling is undescribable. Everybody needs to feel it. I mean, you guys did it the other day on that mile. Yes.
3rd place.
But yeah, more and more people are wanting that. And, I'm showing them how to get that successfully.
What kind of fitness do you do yourself? Does that take the back seat, or are you competing as well?
No, I always say that I'm my favorite client.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I definitely take my personal programming very seriously. I try to, use the same care on the other people that I train, but you know yourself better. You know exactly how you feel during, after each workout, so you're able to train yourself the best because you have that full insight. And I'm my favorite client. So right now what I'm training for is this thing called DecaFit. And it's a Spartan race event. If y'all have heard of that, it's like an obstacle course race, super challenging. That's something y'all should do if you're interested in testing that fitness. Is November 13th, we've got that Deca Strong competition.
I'm down.
That's my birthday.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
Since it's your birthday, you know what?
We
I'm
might
going to
have to
celebrate
do
with
it.
you. So I would have done it if it wasn't your birthday. Dang.
So what kind of give, if I was to sign up for that on my birthday, what would that look like?
Yeah, it's
'Cause I'm not trying to die on my birthday.
No, you'll be riding high after it for sure. But it's a 10 event fitness thing.
10 event. Okay.
So it's got things like rowing. It's
Okay.
got the ski machine.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some like box over, some sit ups, some sled push and pulls,
sit-ups.
So far, I'm
assault
confident.
bike.
Okay.
Where is it at?
It's in Newport News at my gym.
Okay.
It's at your gym?
Yep.
You gonna do it?
Give me time. Give me time.
You got till November 13th.
Can you do you still do like what?
2 months. You can.
You can do it. Do you do
Oh, for
weights
sure.
and stuff since training for basketball? Or are you more like cardio? Just kind of.
My body responds most to cardio. So that's usually the first thing I do. If I'm able to stay active consistently, then I'm just like in tremendous shape. But like I used to be just super ripped, like super cut. And then I noticed when I start lifting weights, what happens with me is like I'll get buff. But if I stop, if I take one day off, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I don't want to keep this up.
That's
When I could
you
just
gotta
go
keep it up.
run
yeah.
a lap.
That's my problem too. Cause I am getting. I'm
You getting what?
I'm getting. I'm not as useful as I used to be.
Okay.
So back in the day when we were playing high level basketball, we would order Domino's every day after class,
And
we play 2K.
it won't do nothing to you.
It would make our abs
You can
better.
go run one lap and it's gone.
Right.
Like I used to burn everything up just like this.
So I try to do that same approach. I'll go do a hard workout and I would eat some Domino's and I would I could see the results instantly.
Literally, y'all, after we finish running, we not even back to the cars yet. He ordering a pizza on his phone.
He was. That's crazy.
And he's timing it like, yo, if I get it now, I'll get to the house by the time, or we should get there at the same time.
Right.
And you can start eating before you even walk in the house. That's literally what he said.
Is that something you see like, is it like a lifestyle thing with some of your clients? Just trying to like meet some of their fitness goals? Like what all do people have to put in and what are some of the things that you see that limits people from reaching their goals?
Yeah, that is, diet obviously is going to be a huge thing, and just your relationship with food in general, the reasons why you eat. But, a lot of us could, if we were more strict, see better results. But, at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, is giving up those things worth it to you? Or do you want to, just care just a little bit less about, what the scale says and just kind of focus on the things that your body can do? Continuing on that path, seeing success through your performance goals.
Right.
And then, in time, likely, in order to continue on that performance path, you might start making these lifestyle changes.
Right.
And just keep doing it forever because, that's one of the things that you do to take care of your body, to make sure that you're strong when you're old. You're not going to fall over and, not be able to get up and things like that.
Because I'm already seeing it from him. So,
But I see what he's saying in regards to like what, not caring about the scale, because I've gotten very comfortable with my dad bod, but I can still
with no kids.
But I can still put down the 717 mile.
Does that qualify? Can you have a dad bod with no kids?
Like, is that just an adjective?
Because you almost had no excuse.
Right.
They earned theirs.
But it's like the work that we used to do, like me and my friends, when we wanted that like washboard abs, like we would do those programs in men's health magazines. Like we would go on like the 6-week programs. You remember those?
Oh yes, that was one of my early. I had a Men's Health subscription and I had an Esquire magazine subscription.
That was when they used to send the TV guides in phone books.
I'll pull up a picture of my abs just for you.
Oh
Jay.
God.
But yeah, so it's like now, like you said, I don't care so much about that because,
Hold on, go ahead.
I realized that like, most guys do that for, attention from the ladies. But now that we're learning that they're more into like fluffy guys.
Where do we learn it?
I haven't heard that either.
Where do we learn it?
You think I'm doing this? You think I'm doing this just for no reason?
Ladies.
But yeah, but I'm still able to perform and, bike 50 miles or run or however many miles.
What's this 50 miles? You mean in a week?
No, one time.
Where are you biking 50
we
miles?
did that.
Yeah, we biked out from Jamestown, Virginia, out to good old Richmond, Virginia.
In one
sitting.
And how do you do it? So
there's a trail that runs the whole way.
Is it 25 or is 50?
50.
But there was a couple stretches.
So how do you,
we were at like
we ended up going like over 60 though because we had to do some extra.
And
so
then
you
y'all
take a bus back?
Yeah.
Put your bikes in at the front?
How you get back? Y'all just walk the bikes?
Oh, no, we got a friend to pick us up.
Oh.
We were putting down some good paces too
Yeah.
for a couple of those.
We're like, so 1 second, Drew's like, I can't go any further. Then literally 5 minutes later, he's going like 20 miles per hour.
I was gonna say
like,
we were doing some stretches at 20 miles, but then it caught up to me because I don't think it was like in the dead of summer, but it was still hot enough that I had Camel Pack water, and then I had 2 water bottles, and then
no stopping.
No stop. Well, we were probably like 40 miles in, 45 miles in, and I'm like. I'm starting to cramp up, so I'm trying to like rub it out of my leg, and then I'm like, I like ride up to him, and I'm like, I'm cramping. You have any water? I'm all out, and he's like, I'm all out too.
Oh, you the one who replenished the resources?
Yeah, it was hot out there that day.
It was hot, so it's like you're sweating the whole time, and then so I was like, pull over, I'm cramping. And he was like, he looked it up. The gas station was within 5-8 miles. And all we had was, he was like, I got a gummy bear.
Yeah, I had like 3 more gummy bears.
3 more gummy bears. So I'm literally sucking the juice. I'm like trying to suck the juice because when you cramp, you're like, oh, in the back of your leg.
Yo, if a gummy bear got to save your life.
That gummy bear saved my life because we made it.
We
made it to the gas station.
That was the longest 5 miles though, for real.
But yeah, like he's saying, like I don't care about like having that body no more, but that like the feeling that you're talking about, that feeling you felt after, like, man, I never thought I could bike 60 miles. Maybe I could do 100 miles. I'm
actually impressed.
Oh, thank you.
Since I got somebody to confirm that you actually did it, because you said that, me and Kemp was like, all right.
But yeah. So what's kind of like the mentality at your gym? Like how do you encourage your clients?
Yeah, my number one thing is I give them goals that I feel like are within their capabilities, and I empower them to get after those goals. I show them the steps. I treat them like they're athletes. I don't necessarily baby anybody,
right?
But I give them the expectations of what I believe they're capable of, and with the relationships I built with most of these people, they step up to the plate. They trust that I know this is true, and they get after it.
Right. And if they don't, do you like hit them with like a 2x4? You like?
Nah, I'm more like a shame kind of guy. I'm always like, word. That's what we're doing today.
That would destroy me. I'd rather
get whipped than somebody just look at you and you lock eyes with them.
For real?
They know.
I'm like, dang, yo, they disappointed. Wow. The big question: how long do you think it would take me to get under 6 minutes?
Shaving 30 seconds from a 6-ish minute mile. And again, if you pace better, you knocked out your first half mile on a clean, 6-minute pace. You could do it in 8 weeks, I would think also. Definitely.
Hey, yo, 8 weeks? I was thinking I could just
you think
take a week off and then just go cook it. Bro, I'm gonna run on Sunday.
Well, again, there's more things also. If you were properly warmed up.
That's what it was, Kemp. 30 seconds, easy. Just a warm up. 30 seconds.
And then he says he's going to take a week off and go run it.
Just take
it's
a
not
week.
even like he's going to go train.
Right.
If y'all want to run a 6-minute mile, you can chase me around the track. I'll run a clean 1:30 every lap.
That's a good idea. I just need him to run in front of me. And I can
that does help having like because we do like run clubs and stuff, and so
I think Jake, if he had a pacer, Jake could hit 6 minutes.
You think
he'd
so?
be hurting like I don't know what, but he could hit it.
Yo, listen to the guru. I don't know about the hurting part, but he knows.
He gets caught up in these delusions and
I'm just thinking like.
Again,
because I really was. I had the wings on y'all. Come on now. If I minus the wings,
the first lap or two, then the wings turn into.
Yeah, but I was doing them. The wings alone probably, if I ain't do the wings, could have gave me like 6 seconds off. Man, bro, I can get under 6. I can get under 6. I will go back to Sunday though.
I don't think it works like that. I don't think you could just.
What do I have to do to prove it though? 8 weeks?
Yeah,
what is training?
So for the mile, I'd probably have you doing, long runs up to like an hour on the weekends.
Whoa.
Slow pace though.
Okay.
Like just chill pace, building up your aerobic system, because even the mile is like over half, aerobic energy system.
Okay. So nonstop, like an hour, but at a
slow pace, casual. You should be able to chat and talk and things like that. And then twice a week, you're doing some hard intervals.
Because all his clients are different, so the training is different so he'd probably start you off at a power walk and then try to build you.
If I'm starting at a power walk, you crawling. I want to do so let's do this. Are you willing to
let's do the training,
and we just want to improve our times.
You can't just say in your mind, oh, I'm going to do better just because, maybe if
I'm going to do better.
You think you can't just do that?
Could he go 6 minutes this weekend?
Yeah.
Probably not now.
But do you think I can get a faster time?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely you could do that.
That's all I need, baby.
So you got 6:36, so we give you 6:35, 50.
Bro, I'm really going. Okay. I'm really going. Cause I just think I can do that. Okay, last question, right? 6:38.
All these questions keep pertaining to you improving your score. I keep thinking you're gonna ask.
In the grand scheme of miles, not talking about like Olympic runners or anything, what would you say about that time? Is that a incredibly above average time, or is that a
6:38 is something you can definitely be proud of. You likely would have been you maybe would have been on the leaderboard Go TF.
Oh, he said maybe. I'm with it. Okay.
But, yeah, I mean
that means he wouldn't have charted.
It's definitely way above average.
Above average.
Y'all are still athletic, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. You heard that.
Funny
guys can run.
Still athletic is not a.
He said, did you say way above average?
No, you started smiling, but he said athletic.
He said way above average.
He said
that's way above average.
You didn't hear the ish. But yeah, you didn't get to ask anything while we have a running specialist here, pose method specialist. It could be dating,
He's a ladies' man too. So.
Yeah. I can tell.
I thought this was
no you.
This is
this is
I've seen the pod. This is the ladies' man over here.
That is the.
He's always like,
the
ladies, don't listen to these fools.
He reported a different date every day for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, he did. We had to stop.
He's like, man,
those were jokes. I don't go on dates.
Because this, I don't know if you noticed our decor.
Oh yeah, I was check that out earlier.
Yeah, he did that at a paint night. So then some lady had called up here like, I don't remember painting that.
Yep.
So, but yeah, any questions?
If you don't have a question, I have one more.
So 6:38.
6:38, right? If I run this weekend and I do better, let's say 15 seconds, then would you readjust the 8 weeks to say that I can get 5:30 in like 2 more weeks?
2 more weeks, you're not getting. You said 5:30? You mean under 6, right?
Yeah, under 6.
Okay. Because again, 5:30 is faster than y'all think. But under 6 in 2 weeks, no, maybe 4 weeks.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
But you said you're gonna look him up. Where can people find Coach Dex?
You can basically find everything through my Instagram. I got my link in there. Okay. Coach Dex _757. We've got the 5K squad, Coach Dex fitness performance and endurance virtual training, as well as in-group or in-person personal training. And of course the fitness classes, the group fitness classes that are probably the most fun out of all that.
So we're going to enjoy this Dr. Pepper.
6:38.
We're going to enjoy the champagne.
One more question. So 6:38.
But come back. Join us for another episode next week. We'll be here. We got a sign. We got a hoop. They got a candle. Let's give Coach Dex a round of applause.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much. And we'll see y'all next time.